this is Sherry. I'm coming at you from the Kings Gorge of Kings National Forest in the canyon. I got a gnarly river raging by me, and I had a reading that I was supposed to do for a client, and I'm not supposed to be working, you know? And she's like, I really need this, and I said, all right. So I was talking to her on the internet, and I said, I'm in the mountains. So I'm driving along, and the time comes to do her reading, and I have no service. There's no service down here at all. I found a payphone. I spent $5 just trying to connect to her, and then her number didn't go through. I ended up spending, it was ridiculous. So it's like, you know, the universe doesn't want me to work. I'm very sorry for her. She said she needed the reading really bad, but I guess the universe knows more, and I guess she doesn't. If she's going to have to make her decision for whatever she's supposed to do on her own. That's probably what the message is. Because it wouldn't have happened. It's not my fault, and if she was meant to have the reading, it would have gone through. So I thought, well, I wonder if I should stay down here. I like it by the water, because I checked out the weather on Google. Don't believe everything you read, okay? Because Google said that it was going to be 54 degrees. Remember how excited I was in that video that I posted a little while ago? It's not 54 degrees, it's like 84 degrees, and everything I brought was for winter. I was so excited, and you know, and don't second guess yourself. I had a light summer skirt and a couple tank tops and a pair of shorts, and I left them because my roommate's like, you're packing too much stuff, and I said, I know, but you never know what happens. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen, and she's like, you got enough, just blah, blah, blah. And so I listened to her, and I put my stuff back. I would kill for that light skirt and a pair of those shorts right now. I'm so hot. I'm wearing leggings, you know. It's so funny because people are looking at these leggings and they're like, those are really weird pants. And I'm like, okay, thanks. So I'm sitting in the car, and I thought, well, I can't do a reading for her, so maybe I'm supposed to do a reading while I'm here, right, to connect. And I only brought one deck because I don't plan on working while I'm here. But there's a message for us, right? So it's hysterical, the card that we were given. I brought Colette Baron Reed's The Enchanted Map. And the card that we were given, Magic Stream. How funny is that? Considering that we have a magic stream right here. So I'm gonna let you look at this. The Magic Stream, I'm gonna read the card first, and then I'm gonna tell you what it means. Okay, so here we see a giant crane, which talks about longevity, perseverance, noble guardianship, protection, right? This crane is alone. So he's in solitude somewhere. So maybe for his own protection, he's somewhere where nobody is. There's nothing else around him. There's birds up here coming, or maybe they're leaving. There's a new moon, so wishes on the new moon. The new moon is when you put out what it is you wish to bring in. He's in a kind of a marshland, so there's a waterfall flowing down from his spirit. So this emotion that's coming down, or whatever is flowing towards him, is out of his control. This isn't his deal. This is coming from spirit. This is look how it just kind of seems to come from nowhere, right? This is pooled water. This is more of a contained emotion. So he's in a place where his emotions are contained. So he's in a peaceful place. He's in a restful place. He is probably meditating or processing what's going on in his life, or her. You know, it could be a her. I don't know why I said he. I guess for some reason it is. I see what it looks to me like little mosquitoes above the water. There's a leaf, and it looks like a Canadian maple leaf, which is interesting to me because I'm Canadian, so it is a Canadian maple leaf. So he's in a place where a Canadian maple leaf would grow, which means he's in a cooler climate. Mosquitoes, don't like mosquitoes. This is a magic stream because it's coming out of nowhere, right? The number 1 and 8. So 1 represents keeping your thoughts positive. Whatever it is that you're focusing on or thinking about, you know, that's what you're manifesting. So if you don't like the idea of manifesting what's on your mind, then you need to pay attention to change your mind. Because we choose our thoughts, right? The number 8 represents moving forward on your life's path. time to get moving. It's time to move. 9's endings. 7 is you're on the right path, and number 8 is stop hesitating, light worker, get moving on your path. Okay. What else are we looking at here? Longevity, soulmate relationships. The crane is a jack of all trades, standing on her own 2 feet. So the ability to stand on your own 2 feet. He's got both legs on the ground, so he's down there he's getting himself together. He's getting himself grounded. He's also, he could be a fisherman. He could be watching, right? So he may be he's observing. Is he observing his thoughts? Is he observing what Spirit's bringing to him? Or is he observing something that we can't see? Is he connecting with his higher self? He's patiently waiting still in one place. He's not rushing around. So maybe it's time to take a meditation, a time out, a time away from computers, a time away from others. Solitude. I have no, look at me on my phone saying that, but I've got no internet, I've got no phone connection, and I'm doing this for you and for me actually, because this is how I connect to Spirit. And so the message is magic stream. It's don't think that you are doing things on your own. This is about talking about how everything in life is connected. Everything is part of one continuous movement or energetic force. We're all connected. So like I said, I wasn't able to do that reading, but there was a reason I wasn't able to do that reading. Everybody's life has its own story with a beginning, a middle, and an ending, right? But we're all interconnected. We're all part of the continuous stream of consciousness. So they're saying at this time, it's dangerous, actually. They're saying the word dangerous, which is interesting because this river is really dangerous. It doesn't look as gnarly right here, but on the other side, it's moving really, really quickly, and there's rip currents, swirls in there. And on the other side, it's just scary. Like I was driving by and I thought, man, you don't cross that river. They're saying no one's allowed to go in the water. It's very dangerous. So interesting that they're saying that it's dangerous to see that the events that are going on in your life are separate. Everything is connected. Whatever goes on in our business life, in our personal life, in our spiritual life, whatever, everything is interconnected. They're all part of this ever-flowing magic stream. One thing leads into another, information comes forward from one thing to another. If I do a reading for somebody on their work, their private life, and their relationships, they'll all be interconnected. Everything is a reflection of the other. So if you're having issues, I gotta get out of the sun, I can't see anything. If you're having issues with your family life or your work life, you're gonna have family issues with your work life. Everything is interconnected. So don't look at things and think, I'm having a difficult time at work. You're probably having a difficult time at home too. If you're not able to if you're not communicating with your family, with your friends, with people in like a social type thing, if you're not communicating that way, you're not going to do very well with your work either. There needs to be a balance. There needs to be a flow. Sorry, I've got like little mosquitoes going up my nose. So what they're saying is inspiration and intuition, invention, things that come to you, they come to us through other events that take place. It's rarely that we get these things just sitting there all by ourselves, although that guy's sitting there, but he's in nature, right? Where is he? He's in nature. He's not in a blank room. He's got a lot going on around him, so there's a lot of things that can make him have an aha moment. He can there's things that are going to come into his mind that are going to make him think. I was sitting here a moment ago. This is really interesting. When I started to do this reading a second ago, and I had a blue jay, husband and wife, and they were talking and they were running around, and then as soon as I started to do this reading, they left. They wanted it peaceful. This is supposed to be a peaceful place. They didn't want talking. They didn't want... that couple needs some quiet time. That's what it is. So there's a couple that needs some quiet time. They need some space. They need some time away from work, time away from problems or trying to figure anything out, time away from cell phones, computers. This couple needs that. because they were adorable. I wanted you to see them. They were so beautiful, and now they've gone. You know, that's a bummer. What else? Once you recognize that you're being channeled information, just like I just was, like I was given that message just now, that makes a lot of sense to me. Then you're going to start picking up on things a lot more. You're going to start understanding how Spirit's trying to speak to you, right? Like they were saying, Sherry, no communication, no cell phones, no computers, no working, no, you know what it is? It's no interacting with another person, no interaction right now. Like him, he had no interaction. He needed to get his head together by himself. So if somebody has pulled away from you, they're processing, they're thinking, they're needing some space and time to themselves to figure themselves out. It has nothing to do with you, it's their deal. Don't be upset. Don't feel slighted. This is what's needed. That couple needs that, and he needed it first. So there's those two messages there. Everything interconnects, right? So if you are able to understand how Spirit's speaking to us through the things that are going on around you, without having to interact with other people. You don't have to get somebody else's opinion. You don't have to ask somebody else. You don't have to do research. You just need to maybe sometimes just sit and be quiet and meditate and just listen. And like tonight, I've decided there's nothing I can do. That lady's going to be upset that I couldn't get a hold of her, but there's nothing I can do. So I'm going to spend the night down here. You know, there's showers here. They have showers. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna spend the night and I'm gonna have a shower. I don't have a blow dryer because my roommate said, "Don't take your blow dryer. Why would you take a blow dryer?" And I said, "Well, they might have amenities here." I had one. She goes, "Are you taking your blow dryer and your straightening iron?" And I said, "Yeah, I like my hair to look cute, for me." And so now I don't have them. I could have had my hair cute. I could have washed it, blow dried it, straightened it, because it's a pain. I can't do anything with it. It's like half wavy, half curly. It's looking like a nightmare. I don't have the clothes that I would have brought if I had only have just listened to myself. So here's another message. Don't blame anybody else. It's you. No one put a gun to your head. If you wanted to bring those clothes, if you wanted to bring that stuff, if you wanted to pack way more than you were supposed to pack, because you always know that you do that because you want to be prepared for any occasion, any event, then do it. Don't listen to somebody else. I thought to myself, okay, I got kind of embarrassed, and I thought, you're right, I'm supposed to go, hike camping, and who goes camping with these cute outfits and all their stuff? I do, because I'm not a regular camper. This is what I am. I always overpack, but I'm always ready for any occasion. I never know what's going to happen, So I can't take the blame. I'll take the blame for not doing what I should have done. So there's a lot of things that go on in our life. I got a DUI 7 or 8 years ago, and I didn't want to go out that night. My ex-husband, he was my best friend, and he wanted me to go. And I said, no, I don't want to go. And he said, come on, ever since you started your spiritual path, you're no fun anymore. You don't drink, you don't smoke anyway, and you don't want to party. And I said, but you love to dance. And I'm like, I just don't want to go. It's not my scene. I don't. Anyway, he made me feel bad, so I went because I felt guilty. And I went, and then he says, come on, drink. And I said, I don't feel like drinking. And he had, what was it? Oh, it was gross. I can taste it in my throat right now. Vodka. Ugh, no, it wasn't. It was worse. It was, what is that other stuff that you make from cactuses? Tequila. Oh, God. And he says, here, take a shot. And I'm like, oh, I don't want it. And he goes, come on, you do it. So I take a shot. And he goes, come on, you need another one. Your hard case. Takes a lot for me to get a buzz. And I'm like, no. Anyway, 3 in. On the third one, I literally threw up in my mouth. It was gross. And I said, I don't want any more. And I was in a bad mood. I didn't want to be out. I didn't want to be drinking. And he's like, you know what? You can't do this for me. So I took the shot. We go into the nightclub. The band wasn't playing. The music sucked. It was lame. And I was in such a bad mood. And I didn't have a buzz. I didn't have a buzz. It takes a lot for me to get a buzz. And he says, but he'd been drinking. He'd been drinking a lot. And he says, I'm too drunk to drive. And I'm like, oh, God, you got to be kidding me. And he says, well, I'll follow behind you. He goes, we'll just get you to the freeway and it'll be fine. And I said, I don't want to do this. Anyway, I get in the car. What happens? Boo! Pulled over right away. DUI. $10,000. A night in jail. He was so embarrassed and so upset, like worried that I was going to be angry at him. He didn't even bail me out. He didn't come and get me. No one knew where I was. My daughter finally found out. I was mortified because I didn't know anybody's phone number but his. I kept calling him and he didn't come get me. At, what time was it? 3:45 in the afternoon, and I've been crying, you know. This bailiff comes in, or whatever he was, police officer, and he says, your daughter's coming to get you. And I said, oh my gosh. I said, how does she know? And he said, she called the jail. And then he walks away, and as he walks away, he goes, nice mom. And I thought, you know what? You don't even know me. You don't know what happened. I'm not a drunk. This isn't, people make mistakes. People do stupid things, you know? This is a thing that is changing into a subject all about judging and all about blaming other people. So I get into the car, and my daughter, and I didn't know because there's no mirrors in the jail. Well, I'd been crying, and I've got these black streaks going down my cheeks, right? I'm dressed in nightclub clothes. It's 3:45 in the afternoon, and this cop's looking down his nose at me, and I'm just like, great, you know, you think I'm some kind of a total drunken party animal. I was mortified, and my daughter, I didn't want my daughter to know. I felt so bad. I was just humiliated, and she's like, it's okay, Mom, you know, it happens. And I'm just like, and she says, why didn't Ken get you out? And I said, I don't know, I've been calling him. So she calls him, and he said, I knew she was going to kill me. She was going to be mad at me. So I had to sit there. So I was there from like 9:30 the night before until 3:45 in the afternoon. All because I didn't do what I wanted to do. Because I allowed peer pressure at my age, well, that was 8 years ago, but still, peer pressure. I didn't do what I wanted to do. It wasn't his fault. It was my fault. I should have just said, no, I don't want to go. And if I went and I decided, okay, I'll go, I should have said, no, I don't want to have that drink. I should have said, no. It's not his fault. It's my fault. I'm just going to leave that because I know that there's a message that I actually know of a message that this is being addressed to right now. I heard a song playing. I should have just said no. It's funny. It says, one hit, bad for me. One drink, bad for me. One something, bad for me. I should have just said no. But I'm weak. And basically the person goes on and says, you know, I'm weak. So basically that's what it is. It's literally a sign of your own weakness to not stand up for what you want to do, your choice. So in this magic stream, as I sit here, that wasn't even the card that was, that wasn't even the message. Maybe it was for somebody, but really this is the message. Because I know of a couple people right now that are having issues with this, and there's a lot of blame going on. And there's a lot of, well, this is what happened to me, and this wouldn't have happened if I hadn't have, driven them home, and if I didn't want to drive. I said I was drinking, and I don't normally drive, and blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? You did. You made that choice. So I'm sure they feel bad too, but it was your choice. No one put a gun to your head. You did it. So drop the blame game. Forgive yourself. I have to forgive myself. It took me many years to get over them. I was mortified, so humiliated. I couldn't drive my car. I could only go, to and from work, and I work for myself, so I couldn't drive anywhere. $10,000. Classes every week, major time consuming. And actually the classes were good for me because I applied the DUI classes to other addictive tendencies. You can use it for anything. And I was probably the only one in the class that was listening. And everyone else was bored and checking their phone. And I was just asking questions because I thought, you know what, I can apply this to my spiritual life or to my life in different ways. So it ended up being a benefit. Also, I will never drink and get in a car. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Because a lot of the times we don't think we're buzzed. But our perception is not correct. We may think we're okay. And when they brought me into the jail, the guy said the bailiff was talking to the girl, and he says, well, where are we going to put her? She's not drunk. You're not going to put her in the drunk tank. So I sat on a bench next to them, and I said to them, and then why am I here? And he says, well, you were above the limit, so and he goes, it was actually at the discretion of the officer, and he goes, and I guess he figured, and anyway, so I got taken in. So follow your own intuition. Do what you think you should do, no matter if it looks foolish to other people, no matter if you look like you're a party pooper, no matter if people say you're being a weenie, or you're being, oh, come on, you're lame, you're no fun, you're no fun anymore, blah, 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 ever since you've done this whole spiritual thing. Sorry. I'm going to do what I want to do when I want to do it. Next time I want to go camping, if I want to bring my blow dryer and flipping straight iron, I'm going to bring it. And I'm going to bring my skirt, and I'm going to be comfortable. And if I'm not, what does it matter? I had a whole car. I could have just left it in the trunk, right? But instead, no. I'm probably gonna have to spend 30 bucks on a stupid t-shirt that I'm never gonna wear because all I have is this and one other tank top, or I'll just wear the same 2 tank tops over and over. And that's not something I do. I don't like to wear the same clothes every single day for like several days. I'm ultra clean. So I have 2 outfits. I've worn this all day today. I wore it last night, so I'm gonna have a shower. And then tomorrow I'll have that one other outfit. And I'll have to wear that for 2 days. Ugh. Maybe it'll get cooler. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna take you guys down. I want to see if I can see Mr. and Mrs. Blue Jay because gosh, they were beautiful. You know, they're the crested jays. We don't have those ones down in where I live. We have the California scrubs. You got to get up into these climates. Oh, isn't this beautiful? Look at this little beach. Oh, look. Oh my gosh. Okay. This water is ice cold and there's little fish in there. You guys can't see them, but they're little tinies. Oh my gosh. This makes me think of Milo and Otis. Oh wow. I love this. Here, I'm going to put my stuff down on this stump and I'm going to walk on that log. Let's say to the universe that we don't want to fall in the river. Okay? Oh, you guys. Oh, yummy. Oh, this water feels so good, I can't even tell you. Okay. Not as easy to get up on this one as I thought it would be. Oh, look! Hold on to your dreams. It's a little bluegill lizard. Did you see him? Oh, he was super cute. That's what it means. Your dreams are valid. You deserve to see them. You deserve to see them fulfilled. It also means pay attention to your dreams because you're getting messages of them. It also says, have you forgotten a dream? Is there a dream that you've given up on? Go back to it. Pay attention to it. Woo! Okay. See? Milo noticed they were racing, trying to get away. And what was that little bear? Remember the little baby bear that fell into the water? And he got rushed because he was trying to get away from the cougar? Oh my gosh. I just got a loud message right there. A young guy who was being chased by this crazy older lady. And he took off and went into the mountains. How funny is that to get away from this nut? Oh wow. Because she was a cougar and he was a young bear. Ha ha. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get splinters in my feet. How do we get down again? This water feels amazing on my feet. You know what? This is like, that's really healing to have this cold water on your feet. It feels really, really good. So, it may be super hot, but at least the water's cool. Look at that cute little oak tree growing right out of the water. Oh my gosh, this feels great. Oh, there is one thing. So, I had hiking boots. I literally had hiking boots, and I was gonna have I had vests with, you know, my fur vests. And I'm like, should I take my other little Ugg boots? And she's like, yeah. And I had my flip-flops, my sandals, because I left Canyon Lake, and it was, I don't know what time, it was like 9 o'clock last night. And she's like, what are you gonna do with your sandals? I'm like, I don't care, I'm gonna bring them. Thank goodness I have my sandals. I can kick them off, right? And I can walk around in this barefoot and go into the water. I don't have to kick off hiking boots. Oh God, this feels good. I wish you guys could feel this. Oh, it feels amazing. It is so cold. It's so cold that I have a headache in my feet. Okay, I'm gonna walk back up. Let's see what Spirit gives us. There they are. There they are. I see. That was I was gonna ask. I was gonna see if since we did the reading, and I walked away. Oops, I forgot my stuff. I thought if I walked away, you know, from the noise, maybe they would come back. So I'm gonna not talk. I'm gonna get closer without speaking, and maybe we'll see them. It's up in the tree right there. It's a female. She's not as dark as the male. Oh, look at her down by that water, having a drink. Oh. Oh, she's beautiful. Yay, thank you for her coming back. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna check out. Enough communication for you guys. Hope you're having a wonderful, whatever day this is. I think it's Tuesday. Peace, love, and golden light. Oh, hey, wait, forgot. We gotta do our golden meditation. This would be a good time for me to do that. Okay, let's sit right on this rock. Okay. Okay, so look up into that. We're going to use the heat of the sun. Actually, I can feel the heat burning away any worries, any doubts, any fears, any attachments that have glommed on. We're going to ask for a golden shield to wrap completely around us and our loved ones. We can wrap the golden shield around our cars, our homes, our workplace, our animals. And we ask that it completely surround us. And that golden shield is going to allow unconditional love in and out, but nothing else. So if you could sit for 10 minutes, close your eyes and just look, put your head up to the sun, that would be very, very healing. So I'm just gonna sit right now and I'm gonna let you guys look. I'm not going to do the full 10 minutes because my phone's getting hot. So you guys can use that. Once this ends, you can continue on doing that. So peace, love, and light.